Just a beautiful afternoon for football, Coach. They say summer is the time to live in Chicago. Well, that's extended into autumn as we are ready to roll under blue skies at Soldier Field. This was the scene a moment ago as the Bears emerged from their tunnel. Ready for football are they, and ready for football are we as the Bears get set to match up with the New Orleans Saints. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. This will be taken very short. And he is out of bounds as they'll start up past the 30. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Bridgewater. Oh, he's going to air it out right away. And that is intercepted by the all-pro safety, Eddie Jackson. An aggressive play call to start this game. It backfired, but aggressive, no question about that.
Is that one of those statement calls? Trying to let you know that they're going to be aggressive right out of the gate. But that one hung up just a little bit too long. He made a nice play on the ball defensively and was able to pick it off.
Trubisky brings the Bears up 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. They'll run with a third-year man. This is Tariq Cohen. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. It'll wind up being a loss of 2. And that'll make it 2nd and 12. Now it's Trubisky. A beautiful fake. And this is Gabriel on the catch. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
When you see zone defense and you know you've got a drag route on as your primary call, you've got to be really careful as a passer about how far you let your guy go because he might wander into some tough coverage.
Check Mike 46.
From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. And Robinson with a big catch. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A Chicago 1st down there on a gain of 11.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line.
Don't get nervous. Check. Crunch. Crunch. Alert, 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 alert. 47 Mike, 47 Mike, Mike 47.
On 1st down, Trubisky. He finds Robinson. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3.
Check. Lucky. Hey, ball.
They'll run on 2nd down with Cohen. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football. In that situation, that's almost a tendency breaker.
180. You ain't got nothing. Jim. Hey, 18. 24 is the mic.
On first down, they go right back to Cohen. And he only manages a couple here, down to about the 38-yard line.
A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 38-yard line.
Alert.
On second down now, it's Cohen. Another 2-yard gain there, but they'll need to do better this time. It's 3rd and 6.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Hey, ball. Watch the run. 24 is the mic. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up.
On third down, Trubisky. And oh, look at that, a diving catch. A Chicago first down, the former Jag, Allen Robinson, on the catch from Trubisky. First down, a run with Cohen. And he stopped immediately there. Von Bell up to make the tackle. Throwing on second down, Trubisky gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. Now they'll try to convert on 3rd and 6 after the 4-yard completion.
Brings up 3rd and 6.
From the gun, it's Trubisky. Looking for the end zone. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now, since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. So the opening drive does yield points, maybe not the 7 they wanted, but they'll take the 3.
Accumulating first downs does not go up on the scoreboard, but it does go into the DNA of a team that's trying to establish itself to start a game. That has to feel pretty good for them. They'll take the 3.
Yeah, they had 3 first downs and 3 points.
The Saints take over.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Not the way they wanted to begin things. You had the interception on the first play of the game. The good news, it only led to 3 points.
And remember our conversation with him prior to the ball game? He said they had something special designed for the first play. It didn't hit. Let's see if he can rebound from it and not let it get him down.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Rush in.
To throw, Bridgewater. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. That's sacked by Khalil Mack. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. On play action, it's Bridgewater. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Fielded just inside the 30. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And the Bears take over. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Check. Alert, alert. Alert, alert.
On 1st and 10, it's Trubisky. And he is going to go down. They sack him on the final play of the first quarter. 3-0 after 1 on EA Sports. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Who got 17? 18. Watch tight end.
Off the play fake, here's Trubisky. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Sheldon Rankins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After that sack we just saw, Trubisky and the Bears deal with a 3rd and long.
Hey, alert. Hey, ball. Move. Kill. Turn up. Check, go get him.
Now Trubisky on 3rd and long, and that will be incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. O'Donnell, he's on to punt as he gets this one away. Here's Ginn. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And things haven't started so well for this side. 2 drives, 2 punts.
So now you've got to start looking not just at play calling, but which guy's going to step forward and say, okay, let's get this thing done. Because within that unit of 11, sometimes one guy can make a big-time play and break through the barrier.
Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
While you admire anyone trying to pick up an additional couple of yards, they're just not worth it when you take shots like that. Quarterbacks have to stay in the game and stay on the field.
Check 15.
To throw again on 2nd down. Bridgewater. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. That one covers 29 yards. 1st down.
First down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. From the gun, Bridgewater going for it all. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. Getting a hand in there and knocking it away, Eddie Jackson.
But one thing's for sure, when you've got a big receiver and you trust him downfield, you're going to give him opportunities to go up and get that 50-50 ball.
And he is a darn good big receiver. Unfortunately, that time didn't work out. Nice job defensively. Throwing again, Bridgewater on 2nd and 10. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Akeem Hicks. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10. 3rd and long for Bridgewater. And the throw there going to be incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning, hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces 4th down. These kickers now, it used to be that a 50-plus yarder was cause for celebration. Now, seemingly automatic.
Yeah, isn't it funny? When we prepare for a game, when you look at the backgrounds of these kickers, it's interesting, isn't it, to find out they were all-state quarterbacks, receivers, defensive backs, all-state wrestlers, right? Baseball players. We're finding athletes all along, and now they're just specialists putting it through the posts.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more
into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's had it again, Charles. He had the pick six last week. Not a pick six here, but an interception.
It's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
Following the interception, here's Bridgewater. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. The sack there by Roquan Smith.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah, what's going on? It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know. Is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is this something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Now Bridgewater. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there, and give him a first down. They go play action here on first down. That's caught. It's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Saints have taken the lead. Lutz good on the extra point. And the lead is now 10-3. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. It's been very much a slow start for them. 3 drives and just the 3 points, CD.
Yeah, if you're into the points per drive ratio, that answer is 1. And that's not going to get it done in a ball game. They've got to find a way to finish these drives in end zones, not having balls go through goalposts.
Our score 10-3 with 2 minutes remaining in quarter number 2. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Throwing again on 2nd down. Trubisky toward the right sideline, but it's incomplete. Eli Apple, good to the core there as he gets in and knocks it away.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
No. Alert. Lock in.
3rd and 2. Now Trubisky. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense. Just flooded the field with defensive backs. Blanketed everyone. Took away all the passing angles. Thus, the incompletion.
Here's Pat O'Donnell now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. 51 yards on the punt there. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just in a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. And a very short pickup there across the 15 to the 16. Well, we looked at each other right when he flinched. We knew that that flag was coming.
Yeah, offsides, easy call, mark off the 5, and keep it moving.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Off the play fake, Bridgewater. The attempt on the dive, and he has it. What a catch. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They go play action. Bridgewater. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. It's caught inside the 25. And he takes this thing way down into Chicago territory. A big play there just before halftime. 45 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on 1st down. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. They'll throw again. Bridgewater. Cook's got it. Touchdown Saints. Jared Cook as the first half is winding down. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Time here for likely a couple plays if they want it, but with the field position what it is, maybe better suited to just sit on this one?
I'm with you totally. I would sit on it and get into the locker room and start over. But if they do decide to try and make a play, we know what the basics are. You run draw, you run screen. I would maybe run a little swing pass and try and get my lineman out in space and see if they can chop a hole into the secondary and see if he can run a little bit.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10.
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Blue. Hey, Alpha.
Out of the gun, Trubisky. Open man, Taylor Gabriel. That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. He made his first attempt, this from 45. The kick by Pinheiro is good. So we have reached halftime with the visiting Saints out on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there. But this is I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for him. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. 4 yards the pickup, first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They run. This is Cohen. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
Check, smooth.
Now they'll throw it with Trubisky. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Eli Apple. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist. That's it. Mike's 59.
Bridgewater on first down. Gets this to a standout receiver, Thomas. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 17 there and a New Orleans first down.
Ready. Check, 59. I'm coming. Under 10. 10. Watch twist. Check 52.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 12 yards there, good for a Saints first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Kamara fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Defensively, a solid response after giving up back-to-back first downs.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Play action now. Bridgewater. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Leonard Floyd, the old Georgia Bulldog, finding his way into the backfield. Play fake. Bridgewater. Looking long for Thomas. A fight for the football, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Prince Amukamara. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here.
The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. From the shotgun is Trubisky, and he completes it to Cohen. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First down for the Bears, a gain of 15. Trubisky now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky to Cohen out of the backfield. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 18 yards on that one, and Chicago has the first. Now Trubisky on first down. This is Miller, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 22 yards on the catch and run, a first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident and keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Complete to Allen Robinson. First and goal at the 3-yard line.
Let's go,
They'll run for it with Tariq Cohen. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And that'll make it 2nd and goal. Back now at Soldier Field. It's Bears football, but they trail on the scoreboard as we get set to bring you the 4th quarter. They'll try again here from the 7 on 2nd and goal. Now a fake on the give here as they try to run pass option. And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. So we erase the flag. They decline it.
And did they use the big eraser, or was that the one at the end of the number 2 pencil?
Well, I was thinking the 2-by-2-inch ones that you can buy and use in addition to the pencil.
And those last forever.
A long time.
No doubt.
Hey, Steve 6. 46, boys. 46. 46 to Mike. Oh, yeah. And here we go again.
On 3rd and goal, Trubisky. And he's got his man. That's Robinson. Touchdown, Bears. Allen Robinson. His first touchdown on the year. As his guys are back within a single score.
I wonder if he changed anything on his play sheet or they just executed better. Because they had 2 previous drives that ended in field goals. Before this one, they finally were able to put into the end zone.
Well, whatever he did, speaking of the offensive coordinator, might be using that formula going forward. It worked there.
Yeah, it worked very well. He and his field general in pretty good sync right now. They're starting to move the ball well.
So what can the Bears do here as they'll go for 2?
Alert.
They'll try and run it up the middle, but he will not get in here. He stopped up short of the goal line, and this will remain a 5-point game. A 5-point game now as here comes the kickoff.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, they had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
From the 27, Bridgewater. And Thomas has it. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
A give to Kamara running right. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Bridgewater to throw it. Oh, no, he lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. The 20. And they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. So a big turn of events there. This defense makes the play. They return it for the score, and now they have the lead.
So much for ball security for the offense. Playing with a lead in the second half. They give the ball up, and all of a sudden they're behind.
Big-time fumble.
18.
They'll try and run it up the middle. And he will get into the end zone to extend the lead by 2 more. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. This one taken from the 7. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line.
Let's go.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And they weren't on the sidelines for long, but I'll tell you what, I'm glad you and I weren't down there. We could hear them, the coaches from all the way up here. They were adamant, you've got to hold on to the football or else we have no hope.
Yeah, it's easy for me to laugh sitting up here, but you're exactly right. If we were down there, that message would have been received a whole different way. Because turnovers, they've been a big problem for them. Got to take care of the football. Got to hold on to it.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6 at the 34-yard line.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 27 yards there, a first down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
They'll run out of the gun with Kamara. And pretty good pursuit there defensively. He's brought down, no gain on the play. 2nd down coming up. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Bridgewater. Leonard Floyd able to record his 5th sack of the season. 3rd and long now after the sack, and we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. To throw is Bridgewater. And a big loss here as he's taken down. Eddie Goldman with a sack. Offensively, they're going to have to figure this out before next week. 7 sacks in one game.
Yeah, and that's more than any quarterback should have to bear. And if this continues on, there will be another quarterback in the game because no one can stand up to this week after week.
1 score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Bridgewater on 4th down. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 1st and 10 as they look to try and finish this one off. Trubisky to throw. And this is Gabriel on the catch. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards is the pickup there and a 1st down for Chicago. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. On 1st down, it's Cohen. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, 18. Lock in.
They try again with Cohen. And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
Brandon, sometimes it just comes down to the power of suggestion, because I know exactly what they said all week long. We're coming off the open week. We'll have the fresher legs in the 4th quarter, and they will wilt when we get to that point. And right now, it appears that they're thinking that exact thing.
Yeah, offensively, they had the bye last week. Defensively, did not. Is that really a big factor? Is that more talk during the week?
I think the more that you talk about it, the more that you emphasize it, the more sometimes it comes true for your team.
A great come-from-behind victory in this one, Charles, and really the difference, obviously, was that 4th quarter. They dominated.
And it has to start with believing that you can make that comeback, because we've been in games before. We've done games where you can just look at one team and realize they have no chance of making it back. Not in the one we just saw here. They did it.